Howdy y'all, food journal time again. So this time I also wanted to show you what I've been doing to keep track of my carbohydrate count. So I have made a couple of little cheat sheets here because I don't want to look up everything on my phone all the time, so I just post these on my fridge. And what I did was I just googled the nutrition facts and wrote it out. So this one shows mainly, just foods that I will probably eat, or might eat or have access to. And then the amount, the total carbohydrates, the total fiber, which leaves the net carbs. So this is my net carbohydrate sheet. And then I have this one, which it's pretty much the same thing. There's a couple differences on the items, but it's pretty much the same thing. And this one shows the net carbs and the calories, in case I want to know how many calories. So I've got my cheat sheets there, and I have changed my food journal. It's very much more specific now. Not so many stickers and cutie stuff like that, but I'm getting serious. So I think we left off on Sunday the 14th. Let me move these. So yeah, Sunday the 14th, I had my first meal at 6 p.m. and it was just a hamburger steak and a salad. And so this day I fasted from 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. so 24 hours. So I had one meal a day. And this is when I had decided I was going to go ahead and step things up and go to phase 2. And I did. I started that Monday. And on phase 2, I'm going to be listing every single thing, like all the ingredients, the amounts, and the net carbohydrates. So that's what I did on Monday. I was using a cream that was 1 carbohydrate per tablespoon, and I now have one that is less than that. So this has changed a little bit, but anyway. So just had some coffee, and then I had fish and shrimp and cauliflower for my first and only meal. Had another coffee. So my goal on the fasting is 18 hours. So I did that. I got 24 hours this day. My goal on the carbohydrates is 30 or less. So I did that, 20. And I did OMAD. So I'm wanting to do that at least once a week. So I started out with a bang with 2 days in a row fasting and only having one meal. So 24 hours, OMAD, 20 carbs. Really good. The next day, Tuesday the 16th, I had coffee all day long, and then that evening at 7:45 I had my only meal. Again, I did the OMAD this day, and I had some meatballs and asparagus and Brussels sprouts, and then later I had another cup of coffee. So I fasted 24 hours again, 25 net carbohydrates, and so one meal a day. So that's 3 in a row I did that. And then Wednesday, weigh-in Wednesday, my results were pretty good. I was down 1.6 pounds, about 1.5 pounds. And so on this day, the 17th, I started at noon. I've started recording what time I'm having the coffee too. So at noon I had coffee, and then at 2 and 6 I had a big cup of coffee. I say 1 cup, but that's not really a measured cup. I didn't figure it matters because it's 0 anyway. But it's a big, a very large cup of coffee. And then that evening I had my meal, which was some grilled fish, some grilled shrimp. I've been wanting fish and shrimp lately. And just some condiments and cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. So adding that all up, I had 25 net carbohydrates. I fasted for 18 1/4 hours and only had one meal this day. So wanting to do OMAD once a week, I have got it because I did it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. in a row. I was really proud of that. So the next day, Thursday, which was yesterday, I ate rather early. I had a cheeseburger without a bun, so I listed all the little ingredients there. And had a coffee, had steak and Brussels sprouts for supper, had another coffee. And so my total net carbs for yesterday was 21 and a half. And I don't know how long I fasted because today all I've had is a coffee. So I'm not quite sure on that yet. But over the past week, since I've decided to start this phase 2, I've been trying really hard to do well. And I think I left off last time on this day. Yeah. So I did really good since I was in here last. I did one meal a day, like 4 times in a row. I'm listing everything. I'm keeping up with my carbs. The only thing is, I didn't get on the treadmill this week. So that's something I really need to work on, because I have it listed here on my goals for phase 2 is to get on that treadmill at least once a week and do OMAD at least once a week. So I've got that. I just need to get on that treadmill. Sometimes I just don't feel up to it. But anyway, here we go. We're doing pretty good. We're starting out phase 2 pretty good. And I had good results on my weigh-in Wednesday, down some. And so this is looking good to me. And I just wanted to also share my little cheat sheets here. I find this way easier than just looking it up on my phone, because for one, my internet's really slow, so it takes forever to like Google a half a cup of bell pepper or whatever, you know. So right now I'm doing net carbs, so this will be the one I'm looking on mainly. And I've pretty much got a bunch of vegetables and a few little nuts and berries down here. And then on this one I have it kind of more specific because of the calories, and it's the meats, the veggies, nuts and berries, and then fats, because you know, I needed to know the calories for all these things. And when you're not counting calories, this doesn't matter as much, because you know that all your meats are 0, and most of your cheeses, if they don't have additives, are 0. And so yeah, this is my veggies. And how I keep up with this, I just stick these on the fridge, and look, like if I have 2 cups or half a cup, I just kind of do the math in my head there and figure out what the net carbs are going to be. And on this one I've listed the grams in case I want to actually weigh, but I haven't been that particular about it. I've just kind of, you know, that's about a cup, or that's about a cup and a half, or something like that. I can guess pretty good, you know, about that size. I've measured almost everything, but sometimes, like after it's cooked, like cauliflower or cabbage or something, it's hard to measure it. So that's why I put the grams on here, so I could measure the pre-cooked weight of, you know, some lettuce. It's hard to get, you know, a cup of lettuce to be, you know, what they're trying to tell you or whatever. And then sometimes, like, I would probably never use a cup of radishes, so I would want to cut this in half or even a quarter. But yeah, so I looked on these carefully when I went shopping, and I chose lots of good vegetables out of this list that's got pretty low. And I'm trying to not have as much onion and bell pepper because they're kind of high, and to go more towards asparagus, cauliflower, you know, the lower end there, mushrooms and stuff. So thanks for joining me for another food journal, and until next week, y'all be sweet.